things looking down on the bright side. I'ma have to hit him with that mean flip. A smooth criminal with the right mind, gon' take advantage of you.
Today we're going to be looking at the GoNovate Airo Wireless Earbuds. Now these earbuds have a lot going for them. They have a lot good and a couple things bad. These GoNovate Airo earbuds have been wonderful, and near the end I started to encounter a couple things that I wanted to really take some time to experiment with and figure out what was going on. Now before we begin, let's talk about the earbuds themselves, their quality and the pros. So the GoNovate earbuds come with this beautiful charging case. It's very small, it's very compact, it easily lets you know if it has power or not, and it actually can charge these earbuds up to 6 times. Now I've gone for an extended period of time without charging this case, and I've never run into an encounter where the earbuds have died. Whenever I'm done listening, whether it be for a minute or an hour or a day, I throw them back in the case and the case recharges them to full. Whenever I happen to think about it, I'll plug the case in and it'll recharge the case, and I've never had any issues with it. That's a fantastic thing, especially compared to other wireless earbuds where I've encountered things dying, such as the M-Pow Cheetah, which was my preferred earbud before I got these. That one would, on a long day of work, end up dying, whereas these, you just throw it in the case and they'll recharge and they'll be ready for you to use whenever you're ready to put them back in. Also, these earbuds wirelessly charge and magnetically snap back into the case, which is a great feature because if you do happen to drop the case and the case opens, the earbuds typically won't fly out, though they can if it's dropped from high enough, far enough, or just at the right angle. These earbuds are sleek. I love the light on them. They look good. They fit into the ear well, something that some people have noted and that I can hear if I really pay attention, though to me it's not something that really concerns me too much, is a slight static-esque noise, which I believe is some of the noise cancellation, which in my opinion isn't necessary because the noise cancellation doesn't really cancel out too much noise. I do know that the description says they have noise cancellation or noise isolation, one of the two, but it doesn't really isolate the noise. You can still hear everything around you, which to me is a good thing. I like to be able to hear around me when I listen to music. If you're looking for those kind of headphones, these aren't for you, though I don't believe that that is much of a drawback. It may annoy some people, but for most it will be completely fine. Now as far as they feel in the ear, for me they felt great. Some people aren't 100% confident with them, but they do come with various earbud sizes, so you can go through, try all the different sizes out and figure out which one fits the best in your ear and which one is the most comfortable for you. I do have to say that for extended periods of time on my right ear, it does start to hurt, though that may be because I don't have the right earbud size in, as I haven't really spent time trying various sizes out, but I do know they do feel comfortable for the most part, and I have had very minimal issues with that. When I am eating, if I have the headphones in, or potentially doing other things, sometimes it does feel like they're going to fall out. Tapping them quickly pushes them right back in, and just for experiment's sake, I have not tapped them in and they have never fallen out of my ear, so I've never had an issue like that aside from putting a shirt on or taking a shirt off with the earbuds already in. Sometimes that can knock them out. Now another thing to talk about is these buttons. Where the lights are is the button. Various taps in various ears for various amounts of times can activate various things, such as voice commands, skip, play, pause, go back a track, etc. These buttons are very useful and they do work. For me, they were very easy to use for the most part, as long as my ears weren't hurting. But for some people, they really couldn't get the hang of the buttons and did not enjoy them. I do believe if they were on the top of the earbud or the bottom, so you can use 2 fingers to easily press a button, it would be quite a bit easier and more efficient. Now something else to talk about, speaking of the buttons and the functionality of the headphones, is using them to talk. These earphones have the capability to work as both microphones and headphones, so you can talk to somebody via Bluetooth when they're calling your phone. Now this is a great feature, but does come with its own set of problems. This microphone is very sensitive. The problem is if you're in any area with any sort of noise, it becomes very loud and it becomes hard to understand what's being said. It is an issue. Whenever I would be anywhere, such as on the bus or around people, whoever I was talking to couldn't understand or hear me because they were always so loud in the background. The GoNovate Airo headphones also every so often will resync themselves, which if they don't properly resync can lead to a couple small issues. It's a very minor gripe. Every once in a blue moon when it tries to resync, one of the headphones won't resync, and then you turn both of them off and turn them both on to get them to properly resync. The other interesting thing is you can listen to one headphone at a time, which I found extremely useful when at work, wanting to listen to music but also wanting to be able to clearly hear what everyone else is saying in case someone needs me without drowning anything out. That works wonderfully, though you can only use the left earbud by itself, which I believe is a fair trade-off. Now, as far as sound quality is concerned, these earbuds do very well. The sound sounds clean, it sounds good, it sounds crisp, it handles everything from the highs to the mids to the lows with pretty good accuracy, and it has decent bass. For the price, I do think that they really do well and are worth it. These headphones are also extremely easy to pair. Once you pair the first time, following the instructions by holding the buttons and pairing it with your phone, you just take them out and they'll instantly pair. No extra buttons. As long as your Bluetooth is on, they will pair with your device. In my opinion, they look far better than Apple earbuds ever has or ever will. All in all, if you need a good pair of headphones for a reasonable price that has good sound quality and few issues, I would definitely go with the GoNovate Airo Earbuds. The only drawbacks to these headphones is potentially the microphone being too sensitive and a very rare occurrence where the headphones will just decide to reconnect and reset to your phone. Thank you for watching.